So we'll see precisely how that goes here as they start to creep forward. Of course, we talked about how important it is to have your chamber on the anchor. Flowerful alone here on the A side.
Oh yeah, this Trailblazer will put Flowerful into a pretty terrible position. Not really a way to exit, as Jazzy was already on towards site. And that will lead to likely a pretty quick plant here. But Cloud9 White hesitate just for a second, get the Sky Smokes down, then safely get the plant off. Long flank from Sonder, which will likely be met by Mel on the long side. But it's really KP from the opener that's able to get on in pretty quickly. Alexis there to follow up with Cats, and well, the retake never really gets off the ground. It's Cloud9 White with the pistol.
Low percentage. And immediately we see that mid's taken control of, just in case there was a walk down play. But nothing to be seen there instead. Actually, Panini has gone for walkabouts down C long, but there's only so far she can go.
I wonder how much PTSD that setup was there from Cloud9 White. Remember back to the TSM match, they got colladed through that window with the Sheriff, so let's make sure we don't make that mistake again. But as you mentioned, Panini already taking control of C long, will be kept honest by way of at least some utility in the way. Trademark kind of blocking that pathway as walking on to site is Jazz. KP nearby, flashes, wants the challenge, but actually does get the kill and gets away with their life. That's actually really well done for SR. The spike does get collected and pulled back, but numbers advantage here for Shopify.
Yeah, making their way forward into garage now, and looks like the clearance should be pretty fine. Panini will be swinging through from C long, actually able to get a pick off there. 2 players left, Mel and Annie Dro in a lot of trouble right now. They are split up as well. The double peek comes through. Annie with just enough bullets in the tank there to finish it off, but Laurie's still alive in the 1 versus 1. Spike has to go down here, and doesn't matter. Mel is ready with the headhunter.
Coming into the third naturally, and now it's their turn to have their first advantage here early into this grand finals.
Here.
And we're going to get a walk up from Cloud9 White straight into the B site. And it's been given here by Shopify Rebellion. They're happy to play retake. And KP at the back of the site, able to take down Jazzy. Panini also picks off one as they make their way forward. And this is a great result. The spike's yet to go down. And Shopify are in a 4 versus 3. And in fact, it is a change of plans here. Cloud9 make their way towards C and get a pickup along the way.
That's a critical elimination. Flowerful's only job was to stay alive, maybe find a kill, and make this play towards C a little bit more delayed. But now all of a sudden, you've got Cloud9 with essentially full rifles. Mel's going to get healed up off the regrowth, but SR want to contest quickly. Laurie for the opener. Finds Annie at range, but nothing there. Even trades come back and forth, 1v1. Annie, though, critical HP. Just down to Panini, and just as soon as the dark cover fades, Panini hops off, delays enough, just long enough to make sure the fault line doesn't connect, secures the third round for Shopify. That are either earned or close to being earned, and it's going to be a fault line and orbital strike combination, which is good for first blood. But Sonder has snuck over towards Bricks. Oh, the aftershock predicts this, flushes Sonder out, down to 2 HP, a counter flash to make sure Sonder can get through, but also the commitment of the Rolling Thunder. This is a heavy execute for Shopify, trying to hold on, and they've missed Mel the whole time through the back line, and Mel is going to absolutely tear this apart. Flowerful with the response, but this would have to be a 1v5 with the Spectre. Good luck, have fun. Cloud9 White take the round.
Play as, again, if you're expecting the other team to try to fight you for that A lobby control, they won't be able to react to that. They are going to be forced into the open. The aftershock was prepared just in case as well. So a nice way to kind of take control of this A lobby situation.
Nice job of making sure that those opening engagements down A, we're really not punishing them numbers-wise. A little bit of trade utility, but never really full commitments on the defensive side. But this time, Sonder, shorty in hand, has made her way through sewer and all the way up to watch this cross corner in case the spike does want to recommit back over. But with these trademarks, may lead to Cloud9 White looking for information. And okay, well now Sonder's kind of in a pretty terrible position. Cannot hold on to this spot. Once again, the aftershock is going to push her around. Sonder looking to get back into the same corner, but no antics, no craziness here. Cloud9 White tally the easy first blood.
And back towards A, and Laurie is close. It's hiding in the dark cover, and again, without really any weapons to work with, it is hard to see too much success here for Shopify. So damage would be really good. KP is coming deep into the site now, and able to take down 1 player at least, which feels pretty good, all things considered. But the spike will be planted, and there's very little left now for Shopify to do.
the fourth time in 5 rounds that KP has made essentially at least a 1-for-1 exchange defensively, if not more.
Cover going out.
But yeah, as you mentioned, here is just a pretty much impossible situation. Panini up top would have to click heads a couple of times to find value with the classic before they can even get on towards site. Cat is just below the ledge of the window. Jazz in the corner has some good crossfire set up with Mel. And how about it? Panini does at least find another. So 2 kills tallied in a round that you kind of look at and say there's really no way we're going to win this one after the opening exchange. And that's good for Cloud9 White still as they grow their lead back up by a differential of 3.
Make sure you tell them pull off. And Sonder, the operator. Oh, the flick for both players is going to miss that. So that's a moment that could have been very bad for Shopify.
Oh, but look at the information call here. Cloud9 White saying, all right, we know who the operator is. Let's just go ahead and avoid that. Run right on in towards the B site. The trademark actually slows down Annie to a corner here. So Seekers will be called on looking to contest the spike plant, it looks like, is SR. They don't want to let him get out of sight, and this could be possibly dangerous. This is all coming right through smoke, and Cloud9 are ready for it. Counter Seekers come through. Sonder once again stuck into a terrible position where she's got to back away. And there's really not many spots to go at this point. And honestly, at 1 HP, you're just trying to hold on to this rifle now as the fault line connects. Here comes Cloud9 White for the hunt down.
Yeah, this is not good for Shopify whatsoever. The prime giving flawless from Cloud9. Very well done. Where Cloud9 White actually just went straight for the walk up into the B site, knowing that Shopify are going to play this A lobby control. And I think you made a great point, Shift, as well. What to be desired here for Shopify as they go once again for the orb.
It's too greedy, Dan. Too greedy. I get it. You're on pistols. You're looking for some sort of kill potential. That's just too greedy. But KP again. Look, you know, this has been a blowout first half so far, but KP has done everything you could probably ever ask of her defensively to trade out lives in these low eco rounds. Another 1-for-1 exchange. But it leads down to a 2v4 where Flower and Panini once again are the last 2 remaining. And, you know, for what it's worth, you do have a 2-4, so maybe there's an opportunity to try to pick up a couple of more kills, but you just don't feel like Cloud9 are going to give you too much here, forcing you to have to come on in. Paranoia's out. Incendiary to block, but Flowerful still connects onto the opener. 2v3, but time is becoming the biggest adversary right here for SR.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot to do. And you know, one thing we also didn't actually mention is that statistically, this is the best map for C9 White.
Rotations.
Actually, had to walk down C long here for Shopify. Alexis planting herself in the cubby, and you can see that the response here as well is that Cloud9 playing it a lot slower. They want to see the util dump from Shopify early. Shopify didn't do this. They themselves also switching up their defense totally. They've swap positions, Flowerful on the A short spot, and Alexis with that forward position C long as well. And a much slower pace here from Cloud9. They'll start to try to clear these spots. The rendezvous comes in, and this allows Cloud9 to push. They don't have any presence on the rest of the map, so it feels quite committed towards this A site for Cloud9.
Oh, absolutely, it does. The breach is in here. You saw the fault line come out at the opener, so you figure and you kind of gamble that nobody's going to be in this position to watch you through sewer. But Flowerful actually tucks into a corner. Good for the opening elimination. Panini still on site, has help, but the kills this time not nearly as convincing as they need to be. Sonder still on to the site itself, but has to back away, giving us a 2v2 with Katsumi getting the plant off. The knives actually came through for the quick contest, but Alexis was ready to watch it.
Obviously, it comes down to being able to connect those jet knives in this spot. Oh, but sadly, Sonder, of course, a little bit blinded as well, and just an easy cleanup for Alexis. And they're going to stack towards C.
There's one thing I need to point out as we're waiting for this round to come through, and Orbital Strike may actually find first blood. No, KP barely alive. Put a pin in it. Talk about it here in a second. As there's going to be a point of contest here. SR do not want to let Garage go freely. Sonder able to help contest over through the alleyway itself, but now the hit from long is not being watched really whatsoever. And that does allow an opportunity for Cloud9 White to get on and potentially delay this inevitable retake as they look to get a plan off.
Oh, I like this. They're going for a push towards spawning out of the smoke together, and this is really smart. They want to make sure they gain some ground before they go for the plant, as they knew that Shopify were waiting for them to plant. And that would give some of the positions away. So again, Cloud9 really making this super efficient, not overplaying their positions, and fall them back into 3v2 after plant. Great spot to be in for them. And can Flowerful and Panini with the collected weapons get some damage in?
Paranoia has to hit. There it goes. So now here comes the commitment. Jazz, though, never affected by it, still is able to trade things out. And you thought maybe for a second SR was going to be able to at least capitalize on the first 2 kills, but Katsumi backside of the site will say no to it. And the point that I was going to bring up